Hello, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Noki, and you're here once again for the news with Noki on Noki Talks. Today, we have yet again some brand new information regarding Pokémon Masters, as well as some possibly sad news if you're a player of Pokémon Duel, a little bit to discuss in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and a bit of a sad yet expected revelation in regards to the upcoming TV adaptation of Lord of the Rings. For starters, the official date that the Pokémon Masters mobile game will be available to download on everybody's Android and Apple phones will be August 29th. As this is barely over a month away, I am extremely eager to get my hands on the game and check it out. And I have to say, ever since the first trailer was revealed and everyone thereafter, my children are extremely ecstatic about it as well. Which is one aspect I absolutely love about this game, that it can be played by skilled and beginner trainers alike. The extremely lucky Pokemon fans in the countries of Singapore and Canada got an early soft release of the game, a preview version of the game containing select content. But this is extremely exciting news to the rest of us as well, as in the coming days and weeks, the rest of us will be getting a first-hand look at the gameplay features, the artwork, potentially the storyline, many of the mechanics, and so on and so forth. And it will add even more excitement to the eventual release that will be coming in just a few weeks. The Pokemon Company made sure to promise all players that any progress made in the game in this next month would carry over to the full version once it was released. And some of you might be wondering why Singapore and Canada, and although I don't claim to be an expert in this topic, I would probably assume it's due to their close proximity to the major markets that Pokemon are involved in, and this could be a bit of a trial run in the next month to work out any bugs or complaints that the general fan base would probably have about it before release to the mainstream public for consumption. And with all of the recent backlash and controversy over other decisions in their Pokemon games, this probably isn't the worst idea. Next up, for the sad news to the Pokemon Duel players. Now, I have to start out by saying I myself have never played Pokemon Duel, though from what it looks like, this was a pretty fun game for those who enjoyed it, and it was announced that the service itself will be ending as of October 31st, meaning it will no longer be available for download or even for play if you already have it downloaded, which in my opinion is even more of a stronger argument for physical games. But I digress. From the sounds of it, you already cannot purchase the gems in the game, which seem to be the in-game currency, though the company does promise that in the coming last month of the game's existence, there will be tons of extra features and bonuses available as a thanks for the long-term players of the game. And I'm sure somewhere here on YouTube there's going to be plenty of people that are shouting from the rooftops that this is yet another example somehow that Pokemon is shifting only over to mobile games. But onward to Marvel! There isn't a lot by way of Marvel news this time around. However, there have been a few of the Avengers Endgame deleted scenes revealed, including one showing many of the Avengers in the final moments after Tony Stark's death, kneeling before the fallen hero. And honestly, I know they probably went through some test audiences where this didn't go over well with, but watching that scene really tugged at my heartstrings, and I really wished it would have been in the movie. I'm sure my children would have sat an extra 15 minutes of the 3 hours that they had already sat through. Very patiently, I might add. I'm extremely eager to see the behind-the-scenes footage and deleted scenes that come out of this movie once it is finally released later this month. And now to an area of the nerd realm that I generally don't talk about much because there isn't generally much to talk about, and that is Lord of the Rings. As some of you may know, and others may not, there is a television adaptation coming that is being produced by Amazon. And it has been known for some time that this would take place in the events before that of The Hobbit and The Fellowship, but the only real information we've received about it as of late came in February and was a map of Middle-earth that showed it would take place after the War of Wrath. And the reason for why I am talking about it today is that Orlando Bloom was in an interview where he was asked about whether he would ever reprise his role as Legolas in the future Lord of the Rings television series. To which he essentially replied that there was probably already a 19-year-old set and ready for the position, and that he doesn't know where he would fit in this new adaptation. And honestly, I can completely understand his sentiments. That era of Tolkien's world is completely over and done with, and moved on from, and this new adaptation is going to be taking place in a completely new era, one in which Legolas was alive for. However, Orlando Bloom, as the actor to portray him, would seem a little out of place in this new version. And that's going to be it for today's News with Noki. I thoroughly hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave in the comments down below what your favorite topic of today's discussion was. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, this has been Professor Noki signing off for Noki Talks.